about it when somebody says, oh no, I can't afford that. Usually it doesn't really ever boil down to money, but what they're associating with at that time is that, is the risk versus reward, is the risk too big for me to make this investment? So that often comes down to not the fact that they don't believe that you can get them there because you've already got the credibility and the results as a coach, but the fact that they don't actually believe in themselves to follow through. So a great salesperson at that point would be able to lean in and say, without offending you here and sounding quite blunt, can I ask you a question? Do you not feel that you can follow through to make this pay off for you? And that's quite a confronting question, because basically you're asking somebody, do you believe in yourself or not? Or are you flaky or not? And most people wouldn't do that. They would lean more into, I can get you there, I know this will work for you, and it's all about them. But actually a sales process is never about you, it's always about them.
You're talking about B2C, aren't you?
B2C and B2B, because ultimately it's the same thing. I know people say that it's not. Well, it's always problem solution, always. So even though when I used to sell to CFOs, and that was big tech packages to CFOs,
a lot of packages.
$1 million in tech.
You sold something for $1 million?
Yes.
Okay. That's a lot of respect.
I didn't get the money for it. The company got the money. But if you think about it, the thing that sold that person people was trying to close this deal. It's like the biggest government in the UK, and people was trying to close this deal for so long. And he was basically known to be the person that nobody could close. But the thing that actually closed in our company, the thing that actually got him to buy and move, was never a demonstration of what the tech could do. It was the fact that if he implemented this tech, it meant that he would have X amount of FTEs, which X amount of staff, which meant that it reduced his headaches, and it also saved him time, which meant then he could be at home more with his family. I understood that he had 2 boys. I got to know what was the thing that actually mattered to him. It was time at home. It wasn't about making more money, because honestly he didn't really care. What he did care about was, if I could get an extra 2 hours a week at home with my boys, that's worth me implementing this tech.
Okay, so how did you sell it?
I understood what mattered to him by asking the right questions.
So you went to like a board meeting?
First it was with him, CFO, and one of his assistants. And then the board meetings entirely, he does that internally. He has enough pull internally to pass up the case study. Obviously, there's a lot of things when you're dealing with a deal that size. You have to put in all the tender documents and go through the procurement. But ultimately, he was the decision maker. The book stuck with him. Like, he had the decision to...
How much time did the sales process took? When you sell something for $1 million?
That took about 4 months. Yes.
That's not too bad, is it?
Very quick.
Yeah.
Because I understood him, and he understood what mattered to him, and I've done that many times.
But you didn't make him uncomfortable, did you?
I didn't make him uncomfortable because I just got to know what his lever was.
Yeah.
But at that point, if he'd have pulled back, it would have been like, hey, you have a choice, you can keep doing what you're doing, or if we look at an extra 2 hours a week for the next 10 years with your boys by implementing this, is it worth the risk or not you're taking? And for him, it's huge. Like, if I'm going to miss out on my boy for the next 10 years doing this, or I take a risk and I implement this tech, that's going to give me more time back with my family. But what was happening with that is most people was going in and they were trying to sell the benefits and features and showing all of these wonderful demos of tech. And honestly, they don't care. They just care what's in it for them. What's the end result? What am I going to get out of it? Because they're going to sign off on someone. It's like if you're going to bring somebody on and you're talking to somebody that's inquired on a lead with you, they're in the market. They're going to sign with someone.
Yeah.
So we can take that off the table that they're not going to spend the money, because they are going to spend the money. They're already fishing. It's just up to you. Are you going to stand out and be different than everybody else, or are you just going to go on and follow the same pitch as everyone else, which is what most people do.
Okay, that's good. Wait, I've never heard anyone say that B2C and B2B is not the same. B2B are more sophisticated buyers. Yeah, it's entrepreneurs, right? So they're more sophisticated. They don't like the emotional games. They don't play the games. They're just like logical. If it makes sense, I'll buy it. If not, not.
Depends what level you're playing at.
Well, entrepreneurs.
But not all. Like, what would you classify as an entrepreneur? Like somebody that's doing $150,000 a year to somebody that's doing $3 million a year. Very different ways in which they think. The person that's got $3 million has to do more inner work, more mindset work.
Yeah.
So they're different to deal with. They're better, sharper at making decisions. They probably look at ROIs a little bit better.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that that's actually the 1%. Most people aren't in that. And that's the difference, is most people are pitching to these, but the ROI makes sense, so you should do it. But a sale is an emotional buy. Always an emotional buy, even in B2B. Because it's not just you offering. So what makes you different?
So you say when you sold this $1 million thing, it was emotional as well?
Fully.
Fully? How?
Time with his children. There was another 6 vendors going for that. And they was all showing benefits, and looking back, was we that much better in benefits and features? Probably not, because most competitors are pretty much the same. You're splitting hairs between.
Yeah.
So what was the difference? The difference was the relationship that I cultivated with them. That I understood his family life. I understood his strain. His biggest issue was the headache of staff. That meant that he had to work more hours to manage more staff. So if my tech implementation could bring his staff down by 5%, it meant his headaches went down by 5%, which meant his output, as in terms of work, went down by 5%, which meant that then he could be with his family more.
That's how he pitched it.
Yeah.
It's like a domino effect campaign.
But you only understand that when you understand the person. And a lot of the time in sales, what I feel is that, especially if you've gone on big sales coaching programs, I think you said yesterday, pitch. And I'm like, I think that's the biggest issue, is that we're so busy thinking about, right, now we need to pitch, now we need to do the next thing. We're actually missing the fact of this,
Yeah.
that we're just humans having a connection, and not everybody is meant to be sold to. And if we don't...
How do you know when to sell?
By asking the questions, asking the right questions that get you to understand that person's motive, lever, expectations, values. We don't want to sign everyone.